First day of work. I guess I was a little nervous.
I'm waving at you.
Oh, I see, okay.
So, 4 years ago when Brent Spiner was here,
Oh, I see, okay.
the tech crew put a message up on the screen that said, "Is the Bald Queen snoggable?" Would you say Brent Spiner was snoggable?
Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't you agree? What did he say? What did Brent say?
He was embarrassed and didn't want to answer the question.
Oh, well, that's too bad of him. What? Oh, great, yeah.
In First Contact, when your head and shoulders were coming down, what did you think about that when you saw it on screen?
They had said to me that this was going to be the most amazing entrance of all time. And the first time I saw it was when I went to revoice the role. Because there was so much heavy machinery on set, I had to revoice the whole role both times. And I got there, and what happened was that her head came down here, and her body was here. And there was this glitch, this jump. And I thought, oh my God, that doesn't really work. But I kept my mouth shut, and I came back 3 weeks later to do some more, and it was still, I mean, it just didn't work. And when I saw it at the press screening, I was astounded because it was what we all saw. And apparently, they had had a team of industrial light and magic people just working on getting it right. Because how we had filmed it was that they made a full body cast of me for the suit, and obviously one of my head for the makeup. And when they did that, they made a little cradle that was from here to here, and they lashed the cradle to a crane, and the cradle was horizontal, and then they laid me on the cradle, they tied me down, you'll be glad to hear, and they wrapped me up in blue screen cloth, and then they took me up on the crane about, I guess, 30 or 40 feet in the air. And then they brought me down in the sort of route that we saw and deposited me on an X. And then they take me, the camera that photographs that is what's called a motion control camera head. It's got a computer in it, and it memorizes exactly the route that the camera takes. So then they take me and the crane out, and the camera goes over that route again. And then in the computer, they marry the two together. And then they did another shot of me, of the head, of me doing that kind of squiggle when the head fits in and walking away. And they married that in the computer, but we got it wrong. We spent days rehearsing it. And when we shot it, we didn't get it quite right. And my head came down here, and when I walked away, I was there. So we had this weird jump, but it took them months and a huge amount of money to get it right. But eventually they did, and it was worth it. I mean, I thought it was astonishing, really wonderful. But do you know what I think? Has the finale shown in England yet? No. Has anyone seen it? Yes, of course. Well, I think when she falls apart at the end of the finale, it's beautiful, isn't it? Oh! Sorry.
I don't know if most everyone here was at the party last night, but it was good for my soul. That's all I can say. I haven't had a dance since Contagion in Glasgow last year, so you can see that I needed it. Only I should have had a kilt. I think that a contingent of us should go over to America and teach the American cons how to party. Because, because no one does it quite like us, I think.
Speaking theoretically, through the eyes of Starfleet, they think the Borg are monsters. What do you think?
Oh, I don't think the Borgs are monsters, do you?
Not really, but they're sort of bent on assimilating the entire galaxy. What do you think about that?
Well, the thing is, that she's it, I think. I kind of developed my own idea about the Borg. And the Borg are just extensions for me of the Borg Queen. She is the Borg. I mean, she says in First Contact, I am the Borg. And I think she is. She's the kind of pure intelligence. She's the consciousness that make the Borg. And all the people that she assimilates are just like tools. They're just like her arms and legs. But she's it. And she really, truly does believe that she's perfection. So she doesn't for a minute think that she's a monster. When she says that she's approaching perfection, that's what she believes. I think she really does think that everyone should be like her. And that it's a gift that she's giving, assimilating. No, I don't think she's a monster at all. And neither does she. Thank you. Well, 2 days on Endgame. The first one was 18 hours and the second one was 22. And by the time we got to like the 20th hour on the second day, we were shooting the very last sequence of Endgame. And there were moments when we could do one take. There was no time. And I felt so sorry for the whole team that was doing the special effects, because they'd spent weeks preparing it and creating something I think that was quite amazing. And they had one go at it. And those of you who've seen it, don't you think it was amazing what they came up with? Totally beautiful. So it was actually, I felt when I made Star Trek First Contact that it was an extraordinary privilege to be with people, the crew, the SX, the special effects crew, and the makeup crew, and the bodysuit crew, who are all about as good as you can get in the universe of film. And there I was working on the television, and it was a different group, and they were just as amazing, but they had like 100th of the amount of time to do what they did. So
I hear you enjoyed the roller coaster, the
Yes.
Pepsi Max. Do you intend to